The Psychic Spectacular event is starting around the world in Pokemon Go, and as always, I want you guys prepped and ready for this event, so let's get into it. So this event is going to be September 18th, 10 a.m., running until September 22nd, 8 p.m. your local time. We'll have the bonuses of 2 times Catch Stardust, more candy for hitting nice throws or better, I'll put the exact values on screen, an increased chance of gaining XL candies for hitting nice throws or better. So yes, another one of those events where hitting the better throws, you will be rewarded. We're also going to see the new Pokemon, Haneda, I think that's how you say it, which evolves into Hatrim, which evolves into Hetarene in Pokemon Go. We'll talk about how to get that in a second. And also Dynamax debut Beldum will be appearing in 3-star max battles. Yes, our first, I guess, official new Dynamax Pokemon. So you can get Dynamax Beldum and Dynamax Shiny Beldum as well, which could be pretty cool. Wild Sponsor event will have Ralts, Spoink, Gothita, Solosis, LGM, Spritzy, Swirlix, Inkay, Morlul, and rare spawns for Hatena. The 7-kilometer eggs will be hatching Mawile, Klingling, Esper, and Hyena. We'll have exclusive Pokestop Showcase during the event, exclusive web store bundles. Now, in terms of field research tasks during the event, we have the task catch 10 Psychic type or Fairy type Pokemon for a Gothita, Spritzy, or Morlul encounter. Make 3 great curveball throws in a row for an LGM or a Morlul encounter. Make 6 great curveball throws in a row for a Solosis, Swirlix, or Morlul encounter. Make an excellent curveball throw for a Morlul encounter. Win a max battle for a Hatena encounter, and spin 5 Pokestops or gyms for 5 Great Balls, 1 Hyper Potion, or 1 Max Revive. Do note all of these Morlul encounters are great Pokemon to actually run from. Throw in your stack tasks as Morlul gets you more Stardust, and save them for a boosted Stardust event to catch them then, as you'll get a lot more gains. There'll also be an exclusive timed research task you can go ahead and buy for $2. The tasks are on screen. It does get you some Morlul and Hatena encounters, and technically more than $2 worth of value in items, so technically is worth it, but let me know if you're going to be buying it. And finally, we'll have the exclusive collection challenges, both of them on screen, getting you 2 Hatena encounters. Not too hard, definitely go ahead and complete these. Very, very easy. Just need to evolve and catch a couple Pokemon. Now, with all the details out of the way, let's talk about the event. Specifically, what are the best wild spawns to focus on during the event? Starting off, we're going to have Ralts in there, which evolves into Gardevoir. Gardevoir is a good fairy type raid attacker in Pokemon Go. You can also evolve Ralts into Gallade, which has seen some play in the Great League. And also, of course, Gardevoir and Gallade both do have mega forms in Pokemon Go. If you want to go ahead and grab those, get ready for those. Gothita's in there, which is a Ditto disguise. So if you're looking to catch a Ditto this month, definitely go ahead and try to catch those Gothitas during this event. We also see Swirlix in there, which evolves into Slurpuff, which is a Pokemon that does see play in some limited Great League Cups. Inkay's in there, which you can evolve into Malamar. Malamar is seeing a lot of play in the Great League this season. Morlul is in there, which is a Pokemon that does get you boosted Stardust. So every Morlul you catch, you'll be getting 500 Stardust, even more on a star piece. And during this event, it's actually 2 times Stardust, 1,000 Stardust per Morlul catch. Finally, leads us to the new Pokemon Hatena, which evolves, of course, into Hetarene. Is Hetarene actually any good in Pokemon Go? Hetarene is going to be a Psychic and Fairy type Pokemon, have a base stamina of 149, attack of 237, and defense of 182, with a max CP level 50 of 3,198. For fast moves, it can learn Confusion, Psycho Cut, and Charm, and for charge moves, Psybeam, Psychic, Dazzling Gleam, and Power Whip. As far as PvP goes, Hetarene, not going to be good at all. Really doesn't have any good matchups in the Great League, Ultra League, or in the Master League. And as far as raids go, same thing goes. It can be a budget Psychic type raid attacker, but for how rare this thing is going to be, there's definitely way better options. Overall, looking at a new Pokemon in Pokemon Go that is kind of just a little bit of a throwaway, but again, always get them because you never know. With a move update in the future, we could definitely see Hetarene making a big move towards the top in Pokemon Go. This is having pretty interesting typing, and Fairy is a pretty good type. Now, we do have, of course, Beldum making its debut in the Max raid, so I quickly want to talk about the best Pokemon to use in the Max raids to take down Beldum if you're going to be shiny hunting that Dynamax Beldum, and that's going to be 2 options. Number 1, Charizard. Dynamax Charizard, of course, available from evolving a Charmander that you've evolved from the past event. Putting Fire Spin and Blast Burn, and then you can go ahead and, of course, level up its max moves, is going to be a great counter to the Beldum. Second option is, if you have it, the Greedent. A lot of people might have this one because they did the Squovit Dynamax battles, but Greedent with Bite and Crunch, of course, will do super effective damage to Beldum. So go ahead and use either one of those Pokemon. I think the Charizard is just going to be better, but of course, you can go ahead and hunt those Beldums. To, of course, get the Dynamax Metagross, which could be useful in the future against some Pokemon, some Dynamax Pokemon that come out that are weak to Steel. Now, my favorite part of this event is the Stardust, and honestly, I just love any event with boosted Stardust. My number 1 tip during this event is catch as many Pokemon as you can, specifically the Morluls, because as we mentioned before, Morlul during this event is 1,000 Stardust per catch. On a star piece, that's 1,500 Stardust. If you're catching in Weather Boost, that's even more Stardust. So during this event, I recommend, if you can, put on a star piece, go out, grind as many catches as you can, using things like Palkia's Spatial Rend, and the quick catch technique can allow you to catch even more Pokemon. You can definitely see you catching a bunch of of Pokemon during this event. But another resource you can go ahead and grind during this event is going to be the candy, especially with the #1 tip for grinding more candy during this event, which is hit excellent throws if you can. Yes, we have the bonus of better throws, or the better throw you do, the more candy you end up getting. So try to hit the best throw you can. Great, excellent are going to be the primary ones you want to go for, but if you can't, nice throw works as well. But again, just hitting any sort of throw bonus will get you more candies. You can, of course, use pineapple berries during this event. Regular pineapple berries will multiply catch candy by 2 and silvers by 2.34. Go ahead and use Palkia's Spatial Rend ability during this event to go ahead and double your spawn radius, allowing you to see more Pokemon, catch more Pokemon, and of course, lead you to more candy gains. You can also Mega Evolve a Pokemon. If you don't know when you Mega Evolve a Pokemon, any Pokemon you catch that shares a type with the Mega, you get more candy, XP, and XL candy for catching Pokemon of that type. Now, of course, this is a Psychic-focused event, so we should Mega Evolve a Psychic Mega, and that is going to include Mega Alakazam, Mega Slowbro, Mega Gardevoir, Mega Medicham, Mega Latias, Mega Latios, or Mega Rayquaza, because if you don't know, Rayquaza also does boost Psychic type Pokemon. Next up, you can go ahead and trade Pokemon. It is still the season of Max Out, which has the bonus of guaranteed XL candies every time you trade away a Pokemon. So if you're above level 31, go ahead and catch a bunch of Pokemon you might want some more XL candies for from this event. There really isn't much. Maybe Ralts, for example. Save onto them, trade them away with your friend. You can grind a bunch of XL candies. Finally, go ahead and transfer Pokemon. Unfortunately, September does not have a 2x transfer candy event, but most likely in October during the Halloween event, when all the bonuses are featured around candy, we'll get a 2x transfer candy event. So if you want to go ahead and hold on to some of your Pokemon that you really want candies for, go ahead and transfer them. Finally, let's talk about platinum medal tips. You need 35 platinum medals to go from level 48 to 49 in Pokemon Go. Which ones should we be working on during this event? First of all, the Psychic medal, catch 2,500 Psychic types. Obviously, they're everywhere during this event. Now, although Niantic didn't announce them, most likely we'll have some Psychic themed raid bosses. And if you haven't raided any of those raid bosses during this event, the Rising Star medal is a great one to work on. Defeat 150 species of Pokemon in raids. If there's any raid bosses that you've never done a raid for before, do one and get a point towards this medal. Finally, of course, the Showcase Star medal, win 100 Pokestop showcases. I was so close to getting this number finally to 10. I know people have been saying I've been stuck on 9 forever. You almost won a showcase, but some little boy beat me out right the last second. Anyway, obviously, you can go ahead and work on this medal journey event because we're going to have showcases featured around these Psychic Pokemon. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, watch the one below, and good luck during this Psychic Spectacular event. An event we get every single September, but it's always a good blast, especially if you need some new Psychic type Pokemon to add to your roster. All for more tips. Peace.